Welcome to Magic News Today with Mitch. I'm your host, Mitch, and this is your Magic News Today. Breaking news today, the full set for Streets of New Capenna has been leaked. Also in today's news, Wizards announced that Alchemy cards will now be printed. Next up, in news that has shocked many in the Magic community, it has been announced that Commander is coming to Arena. In other news, Wizards announces a brand new app called Playgroup Tutor. In other breaking news this morning, Mark Rosewater, the head designer for Magic the Gathering, has announced his retirement. Next up, it has been revealed that anti-cards are coming back in Streets of New Capenna. It also has been revealed early this morning that 10 Commander cards are to be unbanned immediately. Another shocking announcement from Wizards this morning is that they have finally fixed the Pringling issue. Let's start off with that first story on the Streets of New Capenna Full Set Leak. This article was posted early this morning on the official Magic the Gathering site. The title is regarding Streets of New Capenna, and it reads as such. We have been made aware that the upcoming set, Streets of New Capenna, has been leaked. The image files began showing up on Reddit this morning, and it appears that unfortunately the entire set has been compromised. This is the largest leak in recent history, and we as a company are taking this very seriously. Authorities have been notified of the situation and are currently investigating potential suspects behind the leaks. With the entire set being essentially spoiled at this point, we regret to say that spoiler season for Streets of New Capenna has been cancelled. We want to apologize to the Magic community for the current situation, and we will be working hard to ensure that upcoming sets do not face similar issues in the future. The Streets of New Capenna spoiler season was originally slated for Thursday, April 7th, all the way to Thursday, April 14th. This is the first spoiler season that has been fully cancelled. The names of potential suspects have not officially been released, but we will keep you updated as this situation evolves. But for now, let's move on to our next story for today, with Alchemy cards officially being printed. According to MTG Wiki, Alchemy is a digital-only rotating format in play mode for Magic the Gathering that was introduced in December 2021 as a fast and ever-evolving experience. It intentionally diverges from the metagame of Standard and other formats to provide an alternative experience to play. With that description for Alchemy, it will now have to be updated as it is no longer digital only. Wizards announced this morning that all Alchemy cards, including cards like Key to the Archive, Oglar Devoted Assistant, and Gitrog Horror of Zava, are going to be printed in physical form as well. Many of these cards have very unique mechanics not seen in physical form before. For example, on Oglar, with that second block of text we see, whenever a creature card is put in your graveyard from your library or hand, it perpetually gains. When this card leaves your graveyard, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. Perpetually is not something that we have ever seen in physical form, and Wizards has announced that they are expecting players to keep track of this by taking notes during the game. On MTG Arena, this is all done digitally by the client, but in physical form, players will have to do this on their own. With this new physical printing, Alchemy cards are going to be legal in all Eternal formats, including Commander. Alchemy cards are also rebalanced and adjusted. When one of your cards is rebalanced, it is automatically adjusted on MTG Arena, but in physical form, you will need to buy a new copy of the card to replace the old copy. Next up on today's news, let's cover the story that is shocking many, that Commander is officially coming to Magic Arena. On the official Magic the Gathering site, Wizards posted this article. It says, "We are excited to announce that everyone's favorite format is coming to everyone's favorite platform. That's right, you can now play Commander on Arena starting today. We are beyond excited and cannot thank our Arena team enough, who did an incredible job at making this an authentic Commander experience. A few minor details. Cards from sets that came out before the Ixalan block have not yet been added to the platform, and at this time there are no plans to do so. Typical Commander games in person are played with 4 players, but we thought we could make things more exciting by limiting play to 1-on-1. We feel like this is more true to the original rules of Elder Dragon Highlander. For Commander on Magic Arena, you will have unlimited access to all cards with your monthly subscription. Plans start as low as $500 a month, and financing options will be available for those who qualify. And you can refer to the official terms and conditions link on this page for complete details. Originally, there were players in the community that were very excited about this announcement, but as more of the details came out, those players were more so confused about the lack of multiplayer support and the lack of a card pool that extends all the way back to Alpha. However, those players also indicated that they were not surprised about the price of the monthly subscription. In other news, Wizards of the Coast has announced a brand new app called Playgroup Tutor. Over the past decade, Wizards has been inspired by the success of many dating apps out there, including Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble. In order to bring members of the Magic community together to play Magic, they have been inspired by those apps to create Playgroup Tutor. The official app is still undergoing beta testing, but we do have some details. Players will be required to create a profile with their play preferences as well as with pictures of them. Players will indicate their favorite formats and decks to play, as well as information about their favorite types of foods, vacations, and whether or not they have any family pets. After finalizing their profile, players will then be able to swipe left and swipe right on other players based on their profiles. Players who swipe right on each other will be matched and will be able to message each other. This type of technology has been successful for dating apps, and Wizards expects it to be successful in this instance as well. Wizards has not released an official release date for this app, but it has been indicated that it will be on both iOS and Android devices. Moving on, in news that has saddened many in the community, the head designer of Magic the Gathering, Mark Rosewater, has announced that he will be retiring from his position. On Twitter this morning, Mark Rosewater posted this: "In 2 weeks, I will be retiring from my position as head designer for Magic the Gathering. It has been a wild ride, and I want to thank everyone who made this journey a memorable one. Though I will miss working with all of my friends at Wizards, I need to be true to myself and follow my true passion in life. Hashtag TikTok influencer, hashtag WotC staff." Since 1995, Mark Rosewater has worked for Wizards of the Coast, but has now apparently decided to switch professions. At this point, many members of the Magic the Gathering community are unsure what exactly Mark Rosewater is planning to do as an influencer on TikTok, but they are also excited to see how it plays out. Next up, with that Streets of New Capenna Full Set Leak, it has been revealed that Ante cards are coming back in that set. Ante is a mechanic that was originally seen in some of the earliest cards in Magic the Gathering. According to MTG Wiki, to play for Ante at the beginning of the game before drawing starting hands, each player puts a random card from their library in the Ante zone. The winner of the game receives permanent ownership of all the cards in that zone. Several cards interact with the Ante mechanic or card ownership. With the cards just being leaked, Wizards has put out a short statement on these new cards. In order to be thematic with the crime and gambling aesthetic of Streets of New Capenna, Ante versions of cards are going to be appearing in the set. For example, the Ante version of Zayarta's Proving Ground is Zayarta's True Proving Ground. It is still a Swamp Mountain Forest, but it also says remove Zayarta's True Proving Ground from your deck before playing if you're not playing for Ante. On top of that, instead of regular cycling, it has anti-cycling. So by paying 3, you discard this card, draw a card, and then you ante the top card of your library. Our market research showed that players are very excited to crack packs, which is a form of gambling, so we decided to bring gambling back to the card game that many players out there love. At this point, with their initial statement, Wizards has not made it clear if ante cards will be continuing in future sets. With the ante change, though, even more surprising news as the Commander Rules Committee has made an announcement. As of today, 10 cards are to be unbanned. On their official website, the post-April 2021 quarterly update came out this morning. Ante cards are unbanned. This includes the following: Amulet of Quaz, Bronze Tablet, Contract from Below, Dark Pact, Demonic Attorney, Jeweled Bird, Rebirth, Tempest of Freet, and Temerian Fiends. Iona Shield of Emeria is unbanned. With Wizards' recent change to the legality of ante cards in formats such as Standard and Historic, as well as new ante cards being printed for the crime and gambling aesthetic of Streets of New Capenna, we have also reevaluated our stance on ante cards in Commander. With great discussion, we found no downside to unbanning the cards in question, and like many, we look forward to playing with ante cards from New Capenna as well. May the odds be ever in your favor. We also decided to unban Iona Shield of Emeria, which never should have been banned in the first place. The article then goes into great detail as to why Iona Shield of Emeria was banned in the first place. You can read further on the details of that unbanning, including the insider trading allegations in the article. Next up, it has been announced that the Pringling issue found with foiling cards has now been officially resolved. Foiled cards have been known to Pringle, which means that they bend over time, eventually becoming the actual shape of a Pringle, hence the name. But again, with this announcement today, Wizards has revealed that through much experimentation, they have fixed this issue. They have also revealed that their former head of card engineering has been released from the company. That former card engineer, Eddie, was apparently behind the notion that it was impossible not to have foiled cards Pringle. The company blames Eddie's negligence for not solving the Pringling issue earlier. In fact, they blame Eddie for the Pringling issue existing in the first place. Wizards has even gone so far in this PR campaign to actually print shirts with the phrase "Blame Eddie" on them, and they now are for sale on the MTG Pro Shop. We have reached out, but Eddie has provided no comment to us at this time on the situation. And for our last breaking news story today is April 1st, 2022. On Wizards' site, we see this article titled, "Today is April Fool's Day." April Fool's Day is an annual custom on April 1st consisting of practical jokes and hoaxes. Jokesters often expose their actions by shouting April Fools at the recipient. Mass media can be involved in these pranks, which may be revealed as such the following day. The custom of setting aside a day for playing harmless pranks upon one's neighbor has been relatively common in the world historically. The positive view is that April Fools can be good for one's health because it encourages jokes, hoaxes, pranks, and belly laughs, and brings all the benefits of laughter, including stress relief and reducing strain on the heart. And that's today's Magic News. As always, thanks again for joining me, and have a good one.